Hello, this is Stephen Childs, author of The World Fairness Agreement. And if you've listened to my podcasts or videos or read from my website, you're probably aware that I battle with spirits, other minds. So I was very excited when I heard Robert Falconer interviewed by Jeffrey Mishlove on New Thinking Aloud. It was a eureka moment. I found it. So here's somebody mainstream author. His new book is called The Others Within, Porous Mind, Spirit Possession. And he started on this path from discovering Richard Schwartz' internal family systems. And Richard Schwartz was working with addicts, I believe, alcoholics, addiction. And so they were with his patients working together, they realized some things that distilled alcohol is called spirits. So you're drinking in spirits. My AA sponsor clued me in on that. And interestingly, I have alien visitation dreams. And after I was working with my sponsor at AA for a while, he said that last night they were in his house and the dog started barking. And so he had a visitation also. Alien abduction or visitation. The abduction part for me has been very mild. It's not, I'm like a good patient with a doctor. I'm just like relaxed and I'm not afraid of them. They don't even intrude. They're not intrusive with their examination. They just like say, hold real still. So it's kind of like a scan or something. And it's kind of been a battle with them. I think they intentionally challenge us. And I've developed a friendship with a spirit being. It's probably an extraterrestrial. She says, yes, I am. She just told me. Yes, I am an extraterrestrial. And I'm helping them. This is so weird because I ask if I can help you because you're helping me. She says, you already are. So it's about the World Fairness Agreement. So it's like God's love. See, this is what we thought was God. But there's a lot of definitions for God. Anyway, in our mythology, there's angels and demons. In Buddhism, there's hungry ghosts they talk about. Like in the Hindu religion, they tell you that Kundalini has the power to kill, and you should not do this without somebody that's experienced. So they're aware of this battle that we're opposed by entities of some kind. I was given a dream that they're an alien group that got lost or trapped, and they have to control us. They have to defeat the humans so that the humans are under their thumb to solve their problem. They can't let us get free. And when a human gets free of them, that's an awakened human. Like Buddha, probably somebody that was at the beginning of Christianity, like Christ. I see Christ more as a guru, because I'm familiar with Hindu. I practice Hindu. I practice Sikh mantras also. I made a video about how Adi Shakti is the most powerful weapon. It's Shiva's Trishula, his three-pronged weapon, Trishula. And it's also the symbol of the Sikh religion is Adi Shakti. And Adi Shakti is the primordial energy, power that was before the universe, and it will exist after the universe is destroyed. I think it's really fascinating. It's hard to describe how relevant it is that I found out that the Sikh symbol is also Adi Shakti. It's through research, through understanding, translating the words, getting translations of the mantras, wanting to understand what reality is, what God is, wanting to know the way to safety, that things are revealed to you. And so this video, I want to talk about these unattached burdens that Robert Falconer realized he has had a lot of trouble with them. He was abused as a child. And he describes a lot of people will hook up with one of these trickster type entities that promise you they'll protect you and that they'll be your hero and they'll save you. And you're always afraid of something, and if you try to get free of them, they'll make you afraid again. So you run back to them for safety. And it's one of these kind. It's a false god. It'll say that it's Jesus, and it's not. So my spirit guides are telling me to counteract that I'm the only Christ on the planet. And they want me to make that claim for them. It's up to them to prove that. I looked up, what does Christ mean? It means the anointed one, the chosen one. Christos, it comes from a Greek word. So I've got this entity that's been tormenting me, and it's got like a big group with it. And it seems like it's the other people around me, generally. Like it portrays to be the traffic going by on the road. And they'll be like the top of the pyramid of this structure of these lost, trapped ones. They don't have bodies, they have access to our mind and to our body. So they have people fooled. Humans are deceived. So, like the Bible warns about being deceived by false prophets and stuff. Antichrist. So, one person's Christ is another person's Antichrist. One person's God is another person's devil. So, how do you discern the difference? That's the word that's used in the Bible, is discernment. Robert Falconer said, "By their fruits ye shall know them." So he's explaining how the harmful ones will exploit your fear, like I already described. And the helpful ones are very patient. They support you in facing your fear. You have to do it yourself. They want us to know how to defeat evil ourselves. And that's where we're helping them, is in doing that. So if you love them, the good ones, the benevolent ones, they have the most power, but they don't rescue us. They let this play out, however it's going to go. It's like a parent with a child that the method of teaching them to swim is by like throwing them in the water, sink or swim. So it might be necessary for, in the evolution of life in the universe, life forms that don't defeat evil end up extinct. They destroy the planet, which would be merciful if we don't defeat evil. So we have to do it ourselves. This is what I think. I have to do this myself. I have to defeat this false god that is telling me, the last few days in particular, that it's going to kill me. So it says this through various people that I'm around, people that I'm real close to. Sometimes it's telepathic. Other times I actually hear them say, yes, I'm going to kill you. And they insert that into the conversation. And it's like I could call them on that. I could say, what'd you say? If I did that, the conversation would be over. So instead, I'm just like, go ahead, let's talk. I want to hear more what you have to say, and I'm going to say something when you're through talking. And so we have a two-way conversation, and they find out that I care about them, that I want to help them. And it's where I'm at with it is, if you want to kill me, go ahead and kill me. I don't have any fear. So they know they can't control me with fear, because it doesn't work. So if you're trying to avoid them killing you, then they have control of you with your fear of death. See, this works with like people, violent people. That's how the world's always been. You surrender to the winning empire or they will kill you, whether it be the Roman Empire or any other empire, Christian, Muslim, Jewish. The Bhagavad Gita is a battle between two families, like a family feud. And so it's depicted in the drama of the Bhagavad Gita. And it's a close simulation for what really happens on planet Earth with our wars. So when I'm telling them that if you're going to kill me, kill me, I also tell them, do what you want. I'm going to do what I want. You're not going to control me. So they got to deal with it. I'm the problem because I'm not controllable through tyranny. In the way the Christian religion has developed, Jesus defeats evil and we just surrender to Jesus. You know, all knees will bow, or you'll get your head chopped off or something like that. That's where it ends up, like the Crusades, the Inquisition. And we're aware of histories these days with the internet that you can see that there's going to be a change. Right now, we're right on the verge of nuclear war. in Ukraine, Russia, also in Israel, Iran. So the stakes are higher. We used to just have rocks and sticks. You know, that was after when we learned how to use rocks and sticks. Before that, we didn't even have them. So it was more like the other great apes that are living today, how they fight. They're vicious. They're controlling. They have a tyrannical structure sometimes, sometimes not. There's like a balance between tyranny and cooperation in their tribes. So this entity that's telling me that it's going to kill me I laugh. This is a funny joke. One of my friends told me that a good way to handle these unattached burdens, that this is what that we call them within internal family systems. It's not us. You can ask them telepathically, are you part of me? Are you part of me? Or something else. They'll tell you. They always do. I don't know why. We don't know why. Robert Falconer was working with a woman that had an unattached burden, and she was describing her problem to him with it, and he was asking it, are you part of her? And finally it said, no, I'm going to destroy her, and I'm going to destroy you too. It spoke that through the woman's imagination, like active imagination in Jungian psychology. Because we know we got them. Sometimes I'm asking my spirit guide now, could you talk through me? And she said, yes, I could. So I have it happen spontaneously, and I know that wasn't me that said that. And sometimes they're thinking thoughts about other people, and they're not me at all, and they're very negative. They're horrible how they think of other people. And some of these, it's like multi-personalities. This is another category that helped us to realize what's going on with these other entities that come into our porous mind. So some of them are our own personalities, and some of them are the way our personality becomes when an entity has came in and is possessing. It owns us, and it becomes us. We think it's us, but it's us with something else. It's like perfectly mimicking every motion you make. Creepy. So you don't even know there's somebody else with you. Isn't that weird? Do you feel that? Why are we feeling that as something that's creepy? Get away, get out of me. If it's not something real, that we're really concerned about it being possibly real, maybe it's actually real. So they're like a mimic of us. They are. It's monkey see, monkey do kind of thing. It's a copycat. So if you have something like this going on, you wonder about it, ask it. Are you part of me? Are you something else? So Robert Falconer's not condemning them to hell. Instead, we're like going to get you home. We're going to find a safe place for you. How can we help you so that you're not controlling us? So this is what the war against them is about. They're lost. They're trapped. And they have became a lot of the humans on the planet. They don't know they got something aping them within. They are under control. They don't dare get free of it. They're terrified of it. So they're lost. They're trapped. The humans that are owned by these entities. You want to get free of it? I bet you do. So the way I think you get free of it is by agreeing to not do others wrong, the World Fairness Agreement, and we're asserting that we have the right to not be done wrong. See, when they're doing that to us, when they're owning us and telling us internally with fear and with desire what we can't do and what we can't do, what we can and can't do, you can't question God. Major fear. Yes, we can. That's what we're talking about, a false God. It's an antichrist. It's an imposter of the true God. So that by their fruits you shall know them, see? So we're about truth and fairness. We're not about deception. So the way it is now, we have to lie sometimes to protect innocent people from harmful people. So it's not about we never lie. We do lie to save people, including ourselves, from harmful people. You be the judge of that yourself. So because they're totally forgiven, and it's none of our business what they've done in the past, where they've been or who they've been with, it's not our business. If they'll agree to stop doing us wrong, they're totally forgiven. See, this is Christianity the way it should have been, in my opinion. The Bible talks about spirits, demons, the Antichrist. So, they're totally forgiven. So this is like an update. Jesus might change his mind at this point so that they're not cast into eternal hell. Hell is a temporary, it's always there. If I make bad choices, I'm in hell. But I can get out by making good choices. So once we agree to stop doing people wrong, we're freed from hell. So we don't care if you're goat or sheep, you know what I mean? The Bible talks about the goat people and the sheep people, or I don't know why. Maybe I'll look into that further. I had this idea that Baphomet is the goat savior. It's sacrificed. It's a sacrificed goat head. Like the sacrificial goat, the scapegoat. The scapegoat gets its sins put on it, and then it dies for it. It's angry. Satan's angry because they cut his head off, put all their sins on him, and sent him into the desert to die. So he's the goat. See what I'm saying? On the other hand, you have the sheep savior that was crucified, Christ Jesus, on the cross. So both of these, whether real or just mythological, are about beings that are saving us, our team, and they gave their lives to do it. You know? You might feel it. Like maybe you have a past life or in your ancestry, and we know from epigenetics that it carries on from our ancestors that were hung. So I was listening to another video by The Alchemist. She's a woman that has a video on called Healing the Witch Wound. So the witch, like a man that was hung for heresy. The Mormon Church had the temple oath that if you tell the temple secrets, they cut your guts out. That's like Baphomet with his guts cut out. The guy that got his guts cut out. This is freaky stuff. So we've done horrible things to each other as humans throughout history. And all that stuff's still with us. Alvin Ash, he's a scientist that has a YouTube video, and he's a fan of superdeterminism, and so am I, because I have precognition. And so people that have precognitive dreams generally think that it's determined. The future's already there, and we're shown it. And science has a superdeterminism explanation, and it can be changed. We're given a dream about the future that changes our choice in the present. So the past is changed from the future back to the past. So the past can change in our present. Weird, because it's all one thing, past, present, and future. And he's talking about you could burn a book, and if you have all the information, because information is never destroyed. So I'm talking about the information that's factual, not false. It's true. So we know for a fact where all those particles are, and we can rewind it to where they would have been with very good at mathematics and understanding, and we can recreate that book, letters and all, right where they were. Page numbers and everything. So everything we've ever done or thought, it's recorded in this oneness. Mythologically, it's called the Akashic Record, or the Book of Life. Interesting, huh? So we're talking about real stuff. So, if I would have not dared speak about this threat of death upon me by this ghost. Oh, the other day I knew I was being threatened by a ghost that was threatening to kill me. And it's when it was first getting started. And I go out and get onto the road. There's 3-lane highway, State Street. And I'm on State Street in Orem. And on the outside lane, a truck is going faster, or a SUV, and it says Ghostbuster. It was a Ghostbuster business. The guy had the phone number. I just waved at him. And, it's so weird how this is so super determined that it's like synchronicity happens. And so I'm surrendering again and again to the all-powerful Adi Shakti, Shakti Shivai, Om Nama Shakti Shivai. They do not want me chanting that mantra. It's powerful. So the false God, in my view, does not like it, because it wants everybody to surrender to Jesus. He's the fake Christ. I'm the real one, according to my spirit beings that I work with. The Om beings. They don't like me saying Om beings. So this is not in the Hindu religion. It's something I thought of to further explain what's going on. And I think Kundalini is a messenger from Adi Shakti, from the primordial energy. Kundalini is energy. I've had it happen. I can feel it right now. It's like I feel like I'm saved from disaster. Grace. The grace of God. I'm feeling it right now telling you this. Or the grace of Adi Shakti. It's like the mother of the universe. It's where everything comes from that energy, that power. It's called Adi Shakti. It's the symbol of the Sikh religion, that symbol that they have, that is Adi Shakti. It represents Adi Shakti. Shiva's Trishula, it represents Adi Shakti, the primordial, original, fundamental power, energy of reality that was here before this creation, and it will be still there after this creation. So this is like science. It's like 0-point energy. So Hindu people and people from the Indian continent, people from the Middle East, and when the Christians were in the Dark Ages, they were arguing and talking about science, and they developed algebra and philosophies. They were free thinkers at the time, before they went into their own dark age from Islam. It was in Baghdad, was where I was watching a video today. Neil deGrasse Tyson's talking about it. And see, the truth is the same truth for all of us, no matter what species we are, no matter what skin color we have, no matter what planet we come from. It's the same law of Adi Shakti. It has all power over us. It doesn't matter what planet you come from, how powerful you are. The all-powerful is still all-powerful, and you're not. I'm not. I bow again and again to Adi Shakti. I don't have to bow to anything else. I bow to my guru friend, definitely. And it's a choice, but it's like when you realize you need to, you must surrender to the all-powerful. Then from there, you can choose which guru you want, which teacher you want to work with, what you want to learn on the internet. You can ask for protection from harm. You can ask to be granted what you need, like the AA prayer, the third step prayer. I give all I am, both good and bad. Do with me what you want. Grant me victory over my difficulties, that I might bear witness to your power, your love, and your way of life. See, it appeared right there in Alcoholics Anonymous. Same ideas. So that's what I wanted to tell everybody about, is there's this unattached burden that's threatening to kill me through friends, acquaintances, people I don't even know, both in real life and telepathically. I was headed home, and there was a guy from Texas that didn't know the roads, and he wanted some help getting over into the lane, and I gave him some space. I stopped before the cars were stopped at the light. So when the light turned green, he had the nose of the vehicle into the lane he needed to get in. So, I'm like, yeah, it's okay. If you want to do, I'll wait for you to get in. This is the thoughts I'm creating. And then I hear thoughts in my mind from somewhere else, some other entity, whatever. Why are you helping someone from Texas? Oh my. It's like, why are we so divided against each other? We don't have to be. The ones that unite have the most power. Join the winning side. You're invited to. Have a great day.